if you release a new console every 6, 7, 8 years, you don't have to release a new one 3 years after the old one came out. You can wait that time because people are going to continue to buy games for this console that you sold them, or they'll continue to buy the console. Like, Xbox One will sell every holiday season a lot for its 7-year lifespan, if it had one of those, but it doesn't. And they're eliminating the console lifespan. And they're making consoles not consoles anymore. They're turning them into fancy PCs.
See, I'm suddenly curious about how long they took between the original version of the Xbox 360 and the updated model that eliminated red rings, because there was a really common on the original one. And then they came out with the Elites, and then I think Super Elite? No.
I would never say that those shorten the generation, though. Like,
yeah,
that just
absolutely.
like I was saying with PlayStation, it just introduces options. So if you happen to be buying a console at any given time, you buy whatever's newest. But now they're introducing something where if you don't go and buy the new one, even if you have an Xbox One or an Xbox One S, by not getting the new one, you're going to feel alienated. Even though they say, oh no, it's just one family. Like, you're going to get an inferior version of what they're getting for paying a few $100s. And we don't know how much it'll cost, but I assume $400 minimum.
Suddenly
maybe
I'm
$5.
reminded of Destiny.
I don't think 5.
Inferior version, but
I feel like 5 might be stretching it a little
But
bit.
here's the Xbox One S is $400 for the best version. And
Right.
I'm correct, right? Xbox One S, the best version, like whatever terabytes, is $400.
let's check.
Okay,
Flop
Chris
bytes.
is going to check on that. I assume the Scorpio will have a very large memory because if it, all those flops, you got to have lots of memory.
All those flops.
But like I have to figure it'll be more than whatever they're selling.
I see a 2 terabyte version
Lost in the
For 400?
400.
Okay, so the thing is, if they're selling a Scorpio at the same time they're selling the Xbox One S, because they're not going to phase out the Xbox One S, because then
This
they
is
would
the
literally be
Xbox
showing
One
their
S.
lies, then it's going to have to cost more than that. Unless they
Xbox.
reduce the Xbox One S, which then they wouldn't even be making money, so I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, Xbox One S 2 terabyte console for $399.
Okay. I'm done with my screaming now, and I apologize. My words kind of blurred a little
I think
there.
I'm going to
It
start
happens.
screaming now because there is one game that I think is going to be really bad. And I want to get
Plenty of those,
their
believe it or not.
opinions on it. I think Andrew knows where I'm going with this.
I don't, but I
But
might.
Go ahead.
Resident Evil 7
Oh,
looks horrible.
yes. Oh, I was so excited when they announced that game, and then
I
the
know,
second
there
trailer
was
was
such
gross.
promise.
It had such promise, but it just looks so
You were the chosen one.
bland. It looks
Even
so boring.
The demo, or like the reveal, was interesting, and it looked very PT, but it still was interesting. Nothing wrong with
Not
copying.
every
It's okay.
damn horror game has to be PT.
I think
Right.
it's just like the Resident Evil Silent Hill like parallels. They're like,
Oh.
look, now we're like them.
What was
Great.
that?
Like them. I don't know.
Look, now we're like
If you really
Welcome
want to
to
be,
the family, son.
if you really want to be like Silent Hill, stop making games.
Make pachinko.
Make
That's
pachinko.
too soon.
No, it's
All
never.
the
Never too
trailers- All the
soon.
trailers are so bad, and then they like take their old demo and like add a new room in with a key and like a different dummy body part, and
Finger that nobody
everyone's
knows
like,
what to do
"Wow,
with."
you're so generous." It's like they didn't do anything.
It's not even generous because I can't play it because I don't have Plus.
It's-
And when I did play the demo, it was like good the first time, but it was so scripted that the second time I played it, it wasn't scary at
It
all.
just
It's not
looks-
like PT, which throws random things at you every time to keep you on your feet. Toes, not
The
feet.
game-
It doesn't feel like a
Either
horror game.
works.
It feels like a puzzle game where you're trying to find all the different outcomes.
Which
And
is
you're
like-
not focused on the fear aspect of it.
Absolutely.
You right?
Absolutely. I think it worked in PT because it wasn't like, here's a tool. It was
Right.
like, here's a room. Figure out what to do in it.
Right.
But Resident Evil is like, here's a dummy finger. Do what you want. And it's like,
It's like
I don't want to do
upstairs,
that.
Poke it in the other dummy's butt.
You could do that.
Like some secret ending, you know?
Can,
At least
can
you
we
Hurry
created
up
get
it.
first. Alex knows the solution.
You put it in the butt.
All the
But
solutions.
like
We
all the
always hear everything here
trailers
first.
are just so bad.
Yeah, the
and
one
if
they
I hear "Welcome to the Family, Son" one more time, I'm gonna lose
I don't understand
my
where it
mind.
went wrong.
It should be a zombie game. Resident
Yeah.
Evil. I don't think Resident Evil has been good in a long time.
I agree.
Ever.
But I think if they really capitalized on horror in a zombie game, because zombies aren't scary anymore, but you could make them scary.
I
You
would argue
could.
that the first Resident Evil
They're
was
just eating people.
horror,
It's-
but
it's-
all the ones after it were more action games.
Is it a zombie game?
The first one?
No, 7.
Oh.
They
Well, we
said
don't
it
The new
was.
even
trailer is
know.
just sitting there eating people
They said-
and stabbing each other, and
Yeah.
then the
Developers
game directors
said-
are like, "Yeah, it's a zombie game."
Yeah, developers said
Perfect.
right after the demo came out, they were like, "Yeah, that was a lot of ghosts, but we promise they're zombies." And it's like,
I'm sick of
I
zombies.
didn't even see
But-
ghosts.
Resident
Zombie
Evil shouldn't
fatigue.
change, though.
Right. They should just take a break for a while.
It should just not exist anymore. Resident
I
Evil
just,
should.
I just want
I'm okay
one-
with the series dying.
Did
There's
you
nothing wrong
mean
with that.
Assassin's Creed?
Oh no,
God.
no! Resident Evil should
I just
die.
want, like,
What?
a good horror game where like there is a murderer chasing after you and you have to like get away. Like that doesn't exist anymore. It all has to be like zombies or supernatural.
Play Dead by Daylight with your friends.
Wendigos.
Oh, Dead by Daylight.
Wendigos? I loved Until Dawn.
Yeah,
That's
cool,
the-
but it's the same thing.
Fight me,
It's the same thing as all the Uncharted games. Like, wow,
Panthers,
this
yes.
is cool. Why am I being chased by a flaming like blue guy? Like, I don't need this.
I think
Why not?
horror games had so much potential a long time ago. PT is old. But when PT came out, I got excited because horror games became actually scary and not so repetitive. Like, they were scary for a while there, and then they just kind of faded out, and it became repetitive and stuff. And PT was like, here's how we scare you. We keep you, like, we change things constantly. And, like, even though Silent Hills didn't come out and won't come out, I think the industry should still be learning from that. Like, we should, and, like,
Well,
Alice
they try and then
Alice and
they
Rose
just try
might.
to copy it. They
they
don't
try
to learn
it,
from
yeah,
it.
and then people
Yeah.
are like,
Well, when you copy
and
it, it turns into... The thing is with copying it, Resident Evil's demo copied it so much that it didn't copy the actual idea of it. Because it was like, look, this is
it just
identical.
copy the mechanics.
Yeah, but it wasn't. There was no, like,
Right.
randomized factors or anything.
Right.
Except maybe, like, a creak, which isn't scary. Like, there's nothing scary about the roof creaking or whatever.
The,
I thought you meant like a water creek. I was
It's like, look
where's
at that
the
water.
creek in Resident Evil?
Horror.
demo?
Horror games have been like really bad recently.
Yeah, I've been upset.
The only like
Oh, I will
the
mute your mic.
scariest
What are
one
you,
recently
4?
for me was like Alien Isolation, and that wasn't even meant to be like that scary.
Actually,
that was like playing Alien, like the movie.
Yeah, it was.
That was great.
Alien Isolation might come to VR.
Yeah. That,
Oh,
You know
No,
how that
thank
would
you.
be?
that'd be,
No, thank
that'd
you.
be scary
Oh,
as
yeah.
heck.
Scary as poop.
Spooky.
Spoopy.
I'm not ready to get spooked.
I'm not ready to get spooked
And
that
not until
much.
Halloween.
I'll get spooked just by looking at the price tag of that PlayStation VR.
Yeah, that is kind of upsetting.
I'll get spooked playing 100-foot robot golf on VR. I'm not behind that movement.
Foot
You mean when that game
robot
gets delayed, too?
Absolutely. Don't even say it. If you say that 100-foot robot golf gets delayed, I'll cry.
I mean, at this point, what isn't? I don't want to go back to delays,
It's
but
the
like
year of delays.
everything is getting delayed. No, I don't think it's
South
the year
Park
of
got
delays.
delayed.
I think it's the time now when everything's getting delayed.
All bets are off.
I don't
Yeah,
get it.
he's
I
right.
mean, I do get it, and that's what makes me upset.
I mean, like, I know why it's happening.
Right.
It doesn't make it okay.
I know. It makes
It's
me
horribly
upset.
frustrating, and it's kind of gross.
Because, I mean, no other industry could really get away with this.
No,
Movies
could you imagine
do it
if
occasionally.
movies did this?
They do, but like
Not
once
every big
once a
movie that
year,
comes
yeah.
out.
Like they're good. They're better at planning than video games.
Imagine if like an
Industry.
Avengers movie got delayed.
Let's not.
Well, the thing is, if an Avengers movie got delayed, it'd be worth it.
Well, yeah,
True.
games
Some
are
games are worth it.
supposedly worth
Some
it.
games, yeah, but
The problem is that
Supposedly.
it's not one game being delayed and it being worth it. It's
Right.
every single big game.
it's some
And
of
some
them
still
are
suck.
Yeah,
and it's
some of
like,
them
you
are-
think like, whether they even plan to come out with this original release date? Because,
Why did they say that in the first place?
Right, because like it seems like what did you do to make it so much better? And it's not even that good of a game.
Why did they have a 3-hour uncovered event where the
Yeah.
big ploy was pressing that button and getting the fake release date? That
But it
didn't
was an
actually
invisible
happen?
button, so it was funny.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
And it's like...
It was
that's-
funny when it was true, and then it wasn't true anymore, and we were like, it wasn't that funny.
Well, that's the big fear with Final Fantasy 15, right?
I forgot the car flies.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. But,
mean,
I
what
just
if
remembered that.
well, I've
What
said
if
like
it's not good?
I'm not scared of Final Fantasy 15 at all.
I am.
In
I'm
certain
terrified.
senses. Here's the thing. I don't think Final Fantasy can mess up in a lot of ways. Gameplay is going to be good. The story is going to be good. The characters are going to be good. The graphics are going to be good. The big thing is, will it be polished? Which I am scared that it won't be.
Probably
Because in
not.
the announcement video, when he announced the delay, he said, we have a few things to do. And one of the things he said was balancing. Balancing
That's so
is something
vague.
you do 6 or 7 or 8
I
or
think
9
that's-
months out, not 3.
I think that's pretty vague, too.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say anything specific,
I
but
also
balancing
think
is
he
so
doesn't
far,
speak
like,
much
that's like the
English.
first thing you do in
I know,
polishing.
but I'd rather hear specifics, you know what I mean? If you're going to delay a game that you were so set on with your release date for 2 months, then let me know why. Like, give me
I think the big
specific
thing,
reasons.
here's the thing. I don't think there's anything they could say to make people feel better about this. Can you think of anything that would make you feel genuinely fine about it?
The game
Coming out, but
hard crashed every time we put it in a PlayStation
Okay, yeah,
in its
maybe.
current state.
Yeah.
maybe
The
that.
game deleted all of your data every
Give
time
us a
you played
little
it.
bit. Noctis was a girl in this version. We don't know how it happened.
Noctis's hair just
Yeah.
tripled in length, and it was
Give
so
me a little
surprising.
bit more than... We need to balance it. We need to polish it. I
I
understand.
think that release dates should be announced once games go gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, we've had this discussion. It'll never happen because there'd have to be a 2-year dry spell for it to happen. Like, that won't, because the industry will not let there be 2 years of quiet. That won't happen.
True.
If that happened, people would be very, very upset for
Just
2
a
years.
few months gets people pretty livid, and that happens every year.
Yeah. Well, there's, like, dead times.
Like now.
Now is just literally, it's all bad news. It's all game delays. That's all we've been getting. And, like, a couple NX hints, but that's not really anything.
I know a game that hasn't been delayed yet.
What?
I know a game that hasn't been delayed yet. And
What?
probably won't, hopefully.
What?
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Zelda, and I'm like...
I thought he was going to Breath of the
I was
Wild.
like, that game's been delayed like 27
Small
times.
glimmer of hope, isn't it?
Don't
Yo, no,
talk
but I
about
think...
Zelda. If you talk about Zelda too much, it's going to get delayed again. That's the rule.
No, I don't... I think it might get delayed if the NX gets delayed.
Pokemon?
Zelda? No.
No, Pokemon's fine.
Yeah, Pokemon's
Yeah,
fine.
we're safe.
Pokemon Company is
They have
smart.
a quota now.
Yeah, they know what they're doing,
They
actually.
They have a quota now.
Plus, like, Pokemon Company's too smart to do that. And it's been
Right.
2 years since the last game. They've had a lot of time.
Right.
And we've
Honestly,
seen...
Game
The game
Freak
looks
is all
very
about
dumb.
money. They know
Right.
exactly how to make money now.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah, but NX is at risk right now, but I think some of the recent reports coming out, like just today, there was a report that Wii U is having its final call for
Yeah.
production, so
Yep.
retailers have to call in for the last time.
Hype.
I will be honest. I was very
I
was very upset about all the Zelda and Next stuff.
Why?
Early this year, but now it's coming time and I can feel it.
Oh, you mean you're upset that it got delayed?
right? All
Okay.
that before, but now like it's coming time and I'm really excited. Like they're saying it's gonna be March 2017. Which,
Well, technically, they said Wii U version coming March 2017, NX version, or NX console coming March 2017, and then they didn't say when the NX version of Zelda's coming out. So
Right.
I assume it'll be a launch title, but I guess they could change their mind.
right, but I'm really excited, guys. Like it's gonna be really good.
It's
I'm
lit.
so excited. You can cook in Zelda now.
Oh, heck yeah.
I've been
It's
waiting
lit.
for
I can
years.
climb
You
it.
use the reactor in
Mama.
Skyward Sword, now you can cook. It's like The Sims.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
They're
That
adding
just took a
Zelda
turn.
Pack to
Zelda
Sims.
Sims is coming. It's gonna be great.
Heck
Oh
yeah.
no.
Heck yeah.
So we've been delaying something.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Kinda-
have.
It's been a phone call.
Oh, wow.
It's been si-
Just been sitting there a good solid
You
few
know,
minutes.
we're radio hosts. We can do whatever we want,
Oh yeah, we
Can't
totally
say
do
certain
that to my
swear words.
friends.
except that.
Yeah, we can say nothing.
Can't
Yeah.
say Andrew 3 times in a row.
And if you do,
That's
I
a
will
bad
appear.
omen.
Oh wait,
How unfortunate.
I'm
Oh,
already
wait.
here. You could say it as many times as you want. Never mind. I just remembered.
As we continue to make it wait. Do we
Okay.
wanna?
You know what?
You
You're
ready?
the host.
You
Oh,
ready?
I'll just hit the button.
My button should
Is
be
that
on.
the right button? Are you on the air with Cast of Us
As
right
I
now?
say. Is there anyone on the? Oh, someone is on the air. Hello.
Hello? What? Oh, hello?
Hello.
Who's
Hello. This is the Cast of Us. You are on the air. May I ask who this is?
This is Andrew Wollins. How you guys doing?
Good.
Anybody? Good? Yeah? I was like, anyone else going to answer? I'm doing pretty good. Happy to hear you again.
Yeah, it's great to hear you too, man. So I was calling in because I caught into the conversation you guys were having with Xbox and PlayStation 4 releasing their new consoles. And I don't know how much you guys play of Call of Duty, because I kind of lost touch with that for after Modern Warfare 3, I was like, okay, it's gotten too complicated, but then I heard with the new game that they're having come out, they're having the download for the original Modern Warfare for it. So with that in mind, is it worth the $50-$60 just to get the game just for Modern Warfare? Or because my brother Matt later told me that I think he said Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward were going to be re-releasing eventually the Modern Warfare trilogy to PlayStation and Xbox. So if that's the case, would it be worth the wait to get those games, or should I just get the first Modern Warfare game and then see what happens later?
All right, so I went through a ton of articles today, and there's already rumors going out that they're more than likely going to release the original Modern Warfare, like the remastered version, on its own. Yeah, it's going to be eventually released separately from the newest Call of Duty coming out.
And then they're going to give you the rest of the maps as DLC. because
Honestly.
it's just-
I told
So my honest suggestion to you is to be a little bit more patient and just wait until they end up inevitably releasing it on its own, because honestly I don't see too much.
out of Infinite
Yeah,
Warfare.
I don't really think it's going to be a great game, and I don't really want to support that franchise any more than I have to. But
Yeah,
like getting
I
the
mean,
original
that's good,
game seems pretty worth it, but like the new ones, not so much.
Yeah, why wouldn't they release it eventually? Like,
Yeah.
if they wait, it will sell. Regardless,
Absolutely.
so they're gonna release.
They
Modern
will
Warfare
sell
eventually.
because it's the first Modern Warfare game was really, I think, at least in my mind, the first game that got everybody that played video games addicted to the Call of Duty series, and that trilogy is literally such a staple now for like first-person shooters that they can't ignore when something like that happens. They have to put out the 3 games in. I personally have no problem being patient. I just wanted to know if you knew any further information about that.
I mean, there's also like the thought that when they announced Infinite Warfare, everyone's focus was still on the fact that, oh my goodness, the original Modern Warfare is going to be remastered with it. And nobody really cared so much about the new game. So, I mean, it is within their best interest to release it separately, because that's what people were kind of waiting for at this point.
Yeah.
So that's honestly my suggestion to you.
It's also only a matter of time before Modern Warfare 2 gets remastered.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Can't wait to get
And then they remaster the first Black Ops game.
Potentially.
I would hope so.
I mean, we all know Activision would want to do that, but
was
that's
my
kind
favorite
of...
Call of Duty, actually.
Is
The first Black Ops game.
Really?
Yeah.
Good choice.
I don't think that'll.
That was the first one I personally owned.
It's not going to get remastered now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Activision would definitely
some-
want that to happen, but would... It's not Treyarch, sorry. Who is it?
Black Ops
It is
is Treyarch.
Treyarch. Okay,
Treyarch.
cool. I had to
Black
think about
Ops
it.
is
It's been so
Treyarch.
long. It's like, but would they want that to happen so soon? I don't know.
Probably not.
For Black Ops?
Yeah.
You'd call this soon? By current industry standards, soon?
Mm,
Yeah, like this is pretty. It's been a long time by their standards.
that's fair.
Like Bioshock Infinite just got released, and that's only a few years old.
Oh, Bioshock
Oh,
Collection.
I mean, the remaster just got released.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say.
But that was also. I should take that back because that's a different case because they basically just released a console port of the PC version, which
Yeah.
like it's
Really?
better, but it's still a
Yeah.
port.
It's still a port, yeah. So, anything else, Andrew?
Yeah, because obviously because I have a PlayStation 4 now, and Overwatch just came out, and my brother's been playing it nonstop, and I keep seeing him play it and gameplay play it, and some great artwork of it on Tumblr. Say what you will about that, but I just want to know, who do you guys specialize with, and who would you recommend for somebody just starting out in the game?
Okay, so, yeah, I was to say, because
Everyone.
we unfortunately
Someone
don't have enough working headsets in here, so we're like all kind of
Oh.
communicating what we can hear from you as we go. So he's asking, do you, basically, if you even play Overwatch, who do you specialize in? Like, who is basically your
my
main, so to
favorite
speak?
Like me specifically? My favorite
gonna
character
go.
plays Diva.
Same.
She's a mech. She has a shield, and she can fly, and she's very easy if you're
Wait,
new
she
to the
can
game.
fly in
You
that
just kind of
thing?
get used to
Yeah,
the
her
shielding
boosters, if you like actually direct her upwards, she will straight up fly through the air. It's
Yeah.
really nice to get to
Dude,
different
that's
ledges and stuff.
awesome.
mechanic.
Yeah.
Her ult
I
is
thought
really
it was
nice
just like a
because they just
walking
patched-
mech
well, they didn't
thing,
just
like
patch it, but they
stereotypical mech
fixed
thing.
it.
No flightability or anything. That's awesome.
But yeah, her boosters can be used to get you like higher up. You can literally fly around the map on it, which is super cool. And you can also like fly yourself into the air with the boosters, and then use your ultimate, and it'll just go soaring through the air towards people. Let's see, anybody
I like
else?
Reinhardt and
There you go.
Roadhog because
Reinhardt's
they're
great.
attractive.
Reinhardt's great to play.
Dude, Reinhardt's
Everybody
a
loves
boss.
a Reinhardt. If you have a Reinhardt on your team, they'll be like the most loved member on the team.
Honestly,
Play
Reinhardt
Lucio,
cowboy.
play Mercy, play a healer.
As far as healers go, I'm actually very, very into Zenyatta.
yes.
He's
Lit
really
Yatta.
good for offense and healing. at
Who's
the same time.
Lydia?
And
Zenyatta.
And his,
The
transcendence,
arachnid, the
ult
spider
is-
lady.
is really, really good for pushes, and it's an amazing character for me. I love it.
Yeah, Zenyatta's great with those Discord orbs too.
Those
love
Discord
him.
orbs are so
And a
strong.
healer.
It's
Just play a healer.
insane.
Your team will love you.
Because I always try to like specialize in one thing per category. For attacking, I'm really good with 76. I don't know why. I hate using his ultimate because like it's a literal aimbot, but I mean it works.
What's his ultimate? Is it like
It's
a cannon thing?
it is literally an aimbot. You turn it on and you'll like auto focus things even if you're not directly aiming at them, and it's really nice. But it's also so cheap at the same time because it charges so fast.
Yeah.
So it's
Diva,
like
definitely my
so is it
defense
like a
main.
one-shot thing, like it just focuses
Diva's
on
tank.
people and then you shoot?
Yeah, it just focuses on people when you shoot, and like you don't even have to directly be staring your reticle at them. You can have yours like down a little bit, and it just auto kind of targets the bullets at them, which is really
I'm
nice.
familiar with that. I'm kind of familiar with that because they had in the last Sly Cooper game they made. There's a part where you can go to the Old West and play as Tennessee Kid Cooper, and you could like line up over multiple targets and not even look at the first target to shoot them.
Yeah. Defense, I have to go with Diva, definitely. I played her in the beta and really liked how her kit works, so she's still my defense main, but I don't like to pull her out that much because I feel really bad when I kind of stomp people. Secondary would definitely be Winston. I honestly think he's a terrible character as a tank, but he's just
great against Genji.
Yeah, that's true. He's just fun. I just find it so fun, literally, just to casually leap across the map, place down a shield, put down like my little spray that's just a little jar of peanut butter, and then just casually walk away. Like, what you gonna do? And then his ultimate is like the one thing I have.
His ultimate peanut butter.
Honestly, I wish. The only issue I really have with Winston is I feel like his entire kit is directed around his ultimate, where you just kind of sit there, get in the way, and then once you have your ultimate, is literally your entire potential is you just throw people off the map casually. So besides that, he feels like a really incomplete character, lacks damage. As a tank, he really lacks tanking capability. Tank. Yeah, he's got like 500 to 600-ish health. I don't remember. It's one of those with like 100 armor built in. His shield is terrible. I think it tanks like maybe 300 damage-ish. At least it feels like that. It dies really quick. Yeah. And then he just gets shredded. You don't even need to use a Discord.
Can, like, really, really ruin your
I lose to Reapers all the time as Winston.
If you want to play the game as Reaper, you just hit the Y button.
You literally just ult as Reaper. It's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, there are guys around you. Play the game.
True.
I'm so good.
I'm trying to think support-wise. I'm really good with Zenyatta. Lucio is like when I really just don't want to play the game but still win. I just kind of walk around people and heal them.
Wow.
It's the truth. And then I started picking up Ana. I was like, why not? I'm not a very good sniper, but it's surprisingly easy in that game.
Plus, she has that area heal.
Was she like the new hero?
Yeah, she is the current newest.
Had, like a couple heroes as down mode.
She's a sniper that heals people by shooting them, which is really cool. And then typically I'll only play her when I'm paired with a Reinhardt or a Winston because I can just ult them and they literally just walk into an enemy team and kill everything.
Yeah, boosted Reinhardt does a lot of damage.
It's disgusting, actually. But I think that's the majority of what I play. And I've only had the game for a couple weeks, honestly, so...
All right, that gives me some perspective and more influence, I guess, in buying the game because I want it so bad. It looks awesome.
Honestly, see, I played it in the beta and I was like, oh, it's a cool game, but I don't think I'll enjoy it that much in the end because it felt pretty unbalanced. Now that I picked it up, like I said, I think I got it like 2-3 weeks ago, I've had a lot of fun with the game. It's a lot more fun in a group because when you're playing alone, at least in my personal experience, I feel like I'm playing with people who are extremely new to the game and have no idea what they're doing. For, like, not trying to be offensive about it, because I could say many words about those people, but when I'm playing with a group of friends, we can do the stupidest stuff. We can all play Winston and just sit there and spam taunts at people. Like, it's fun.
My ultimate is charging.
It's a really fun game in a group. That's the way I'll put it. So if you've got friends you're willing to play with that are willing to play with you all the time whenever you want to play it, heck yes.
All right.
So, thank you very much, Andrew, for calling.
No problem.
Have a good day, bud.
It's a pleasure to help out the radio crew.
See you, bud. Cool. Wow, first call already. I'm so proud. I haven't talked to Andrew in a while, actually. I didn't get to see him that much over the summer, but that's a good friend of mine back from home. And he mentioned his brother, and his brother wants to come on the show with a couple friends because they started a YouTube channel over the summer, which is really cool. So, should be fun.
We charge a lot to promote people.
Yeah, it's gonna cost them.
$600,000.
But yeah, they want to come in sometime during October, so that's something I have to talk to you guys about. And because Andrew called, we kind of have been skipping over.
Commercial.
We have to do a live read. Oh. So, like, at the 20-minute mark of each hour, we have to play commercial. At the 40-minute mark of every hour, we have to read a live read. So, Cameron, are you volunteering?
I am. It was in front of me, and there's only, like, one.
Yeah, there's literally only one.
It's
one. It's really weird. So, I'm gonna leave that to you, sir.
All right. Well, this is called the Fall 2016 Back to Programming Live Read. Black Squirrel Radio is back and better than ever. They spelled then wrong. Than ever this semester. We have an awesome new schedule to go with our awesome new brand. Spelled awesome wrong. New website, new logo, new station. Be sure to listen every day from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. to check out all of our great shows ranging from indie rock and rap to world music and mental health. Keep it locked on blacksquirrelradio.com. That's what they say on the radio.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
And video games.
Yeah, they spelled a lot wrong in that because I got to see that the other day.
Sorry,
I tweeted out a few times about it, but that actually specifically in that live read they mentioned mental health, and I got to help with that show because she lives in Olson. Oh. She was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. They didn't go over the tech well enough for me because I didn't pay attention much. She was like, can you please come help me? I was like, okay. And then I literally sat next to her, and I just watched her do everything properly. I'm like, you don't even need me. You're good.
Yeah.
There was like one time specifically where she like went to turn everything on and she started talking to me. I was like, Alice, your mic's still on. She's like, what? My mic's not muted? And then I immediately had to reach over and mute it, and she got a text from a friend saying he's putting that on a shirt. Like, it was a good time. But, yeah, they spelled a lot wrong in that. And now you guys only have a couple minutes left, and I feel bad. We didn't get through nearly as much. And what really sucks...
I love talking about Overwatch. If you ever want to talk about Overwatch, talk to me on Twitter. We can talk about Overwatch.
You want to shout out? Yeah, you want to shout out your Twitter? I don't care.
Follow me at Kelnock. KELNOCK.
I will make sure to tweet that out specifically because it's difficult to hear.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
And you're, dying. So
we'll chat about Overwatch.
So can we just say what our favorite games from the summer were then?
Absolutely.
All right, so was it Uncharted 4 for everyone?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't own a PS4, so I can't.
Well,
Uncharted 4 was good.
Since not a whole lot came out this summer.
I got
Overwatch.
Uncharted 4, Tokyo Mirage Sessions,
Yes.
Sharp FE, which is a super cult game. It sold less than 50, or no, it sold 50-ish, 50,000, not 50 million in America.
Yeah, it was.
So it was good, but it's definitely meant for a very specific audience. And then Kirby, which was oh my gosh, it was so good. Anyway. Oh, and Inside, but I didn't play that till after this.
Inside is so good.
Inside is if you haven't played Inside
is amazing.
Oh,
my word!
For so many reasons, the game design. Oh,
the sound is incredible. Yeah. That's the best part.
Here's something interesting. You know what I like about it is the fact that you enter a screen and you want to die because you're I wonder how it happens.
You don't know what.
You enter a screen, you're I wonder what would happen if I just sat here and died.
Yeah.
Because it's just so shocking that you're I need to know what happens if this dog catches me, and then it catches you, and you're oh,
yeah, all those dogs. Oh,
it's petrifying.
The little nuggets, the birds.
Yeah,
little nuggets.
Rip the birds.
Yeah, the birds.
Rip the birds.
It's a fascinating experiment.
It is.
Human psychology.
It's
I don't know.
incredible.
It's good.
So
it's
good.
really, really good. And the story's very interesting, even though you have no clue what's going on.
The story, it kind of goes along the lines of just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
crazy.
very cool game. It's from the people who made Limbo.
Yeah,
Another very
Limbo.
Cool, creepy,
Dude,
good
Limbo
sound
was
game.
a great game.
Limbo, me and spiders don't get along, man.
Oh.
So Limbo was
that game must have been rough for you.
It was tough to get through, but I did it.
Kelly,
Proud of you.
Yeah,
you didn't say what your favorite was.
I did. I loved Overwatch.
Oh, I didn't realize
I
that was
played
your
it
answer.
literally all summer.
Good choice.
You guys know I didn't finish Uncharted.
Yeah,
I was too busy playing Overwatch.
But you can still say you liked it a lot.
delinquent.
No, I loved
Uncharted was. I'll
was a
just
great
say real
game.
quick because I don't want to spend lots of time on Uncharted since it's months past. But we were talking about it before it came out and stuff. But it was a brilliant end to the franchise. I thought so. I thought it was a brilliant conclusion to the
Cameron
series.
disagrees.
I thought it was a brilliant end. I mean, I would say it's divisive, but I'd say
it's the third best
10.
Uncharted game.
If we're talking story, it's the best by far, in my opinion.
That's absolutely
the best.
incorrect.
No, absolutely the best.
We'll have to save that for another time.
Yeah, that'll be a long. Let's say that for a
gonna
long
be a
form.
discussion
Like a
on
heated
its own.
debate.
Actually,
No,
let's just
no.
never talk about it. Can we agree on that? Because we'll never agree.
So while we're going through
Yeah,
real
let's do
quick, we, as in Sky and I, with a little help from our new members, Alex and Shay, because I didn't want to just throw this to the group, have been working on deciding a new logo. And I think we kind of finalized two, but because we have these two, I want you guys to kind of help vote in what we're going to change the Twitter one to. So it's just this one and then just one over. I've got other screenshots of it in its prior
Do I
forms.
vote
But
as I hold?
yeah, if you want.
I like this one best.
Okay.
I like the color scheme better.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
Alex?
I mean, Alex, I showed him earlier.
I voted on it already.
So yeah, just swipe one over. Swipe left, that's a game, right?
Twitter.
That's a fun game, right? That app.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I don't understand the mechanics though. I always lose.
Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed
I
to
never
be
get the
swiping
prizes.
down. That one? I'm sorry,
Oh.
Kelly, what did you vote? That one as well, or the other one?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. So
You'll see it on
seems like
Twitter
we're
soon.
going-
If
yeah,
you'll know what we're talking about.
that seems to be consensus. I think Shay, I don't remember if it was Shay or it was you that chose the white one. I think it was Shay said he liked the white one more. And then Shay immediately brought up a good point, and he was like, you know what, I mean, we're going to use them, and we could use them interchangeably quite well, actually.
Yeah.
Because there's only a minor difference between them. It's just the color schemes. And
I don't think
we're-
somebody's going to open up Twitter and be like, "Oh, it changed."
Yeah, right? I'll just casually do it once a week just to mess with people.
I want to tell you why I actually like the green bee, Chris, because you didn't ask.
Oh, sorry.
So you asked me if I liked the yellow bee or the green bee better, and I like the green bee better.
Okay.
And if you don't know why, it's because shiny bee drill is actually green.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's
Dude,
right.
I had a bee drill on one of my
love it.
original Crystal teams.
Ooh,
I love
I'm proud.
bee drill.
Which, fun talk, since I'm going home this weekend, the first thing I decided when I was like, well, I'm going to go home, what can I do? I'm grabbing my old Game Boy Color and my copy of Crystal and bringing it back here because
Nice.
I really want to play through it right now, and I don't know why. It's going to be a heck of a time. Since we got, literally another 2 minutes before the song, and because I'm host, I do what I want. Is there anything you guys want to talk about more? We can talk Pokemon Go, Pokemon Generations, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Pokemon
All
Go
Pokemon.
came and went while we
Let's
were
do
gone.
it.
Yeah, literally.
Pokemon Go was an absolutely astonishing phenomenon. It was brilliant to watch, and it was amazing in every single way, and now it's gone. I mean, people still play it. It's not gone. It's not
really
gone.
niche now.
It's not a phenomenon anymore.
It's really niche now.
It still is a phenomenon in the sense that it happened, which is unbelievable, and the
It's
fact
not. It had a burst, and now it's kind of calmed down.
But I would say that burst was one of the most amazing things
It
I've
was.
witnessed as
Pretty
far as like
surprising.
electronic
really
entertainment.
Crazy how it happened because it took everything by surprise.
I wasn't expecting those numbers.
No
I was
one was.
not
Yeah.
expecting it to
Game
pass
Freak
Candy
wasn't,
Crush.
Niantic
Game
wasn't.
Freak was. You're right.
And then all the people that are like, "Oh my god, Nintendo's amazing," buy all their stocks. Nintendo
Yeah.
didn't make this game. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, that's
That was
exactly
sad.
what
Their
happened.
stocks burst for like a day, and it was like,
God, how much did it raise though? How much percent? It was
it was like hundreds
Yeah,
percent.
Yeah,
I
it
think it was
was-
like 400% or
it was
something.
massive.
But then it dropped to
Yeah,
like
it
just
immediately
above their
dropped.
previous levels.
Which is like, I mean,
That's
hey,
still
it
pretty good. They
helps.
still made
Even
it.
just for that day, that's got to do a lot for them.
I mean, I'm sure they were happy about that.
Oh,
and
they
like,
were like, "Oh, we
it
did
definitely-
such a great job."
it definitely got them some attention for like,
Oh, yeah.
the upcoming Super Mario Run, which is iOS exclusive for a little bit.
Stop.
I'm excited that they're moving to mobile and they're doing it in an interesting Nintendo fashion.
Am I gonna
Like
get
it looks like
Mario?
Mario.
As always, interesting Nintendo fashion's the right way to put it. Let's see. Pokemon Go, yeah, besides the fact it died, they just came out with the Plus finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that will-
Like,
if they
dude.
did that the day of release, it would have sold so much better.
Yeah, if they would have done it when they originally planned rather than, stalling it another month or
Yeah,
so.
but if the game
Oh.
didn't come out in July, it wouldn't have been as big because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
nice out. If it came out in like
Yeah,
December,
it was
would have-
summertime. No kids were in school.
Yeah,
True.
that's the thing. They were smart about that.
It,
I mean, they made $400 million on the app, and it's like, how? It's free. How did they make that much money? That's amazing.
Oh,
because
Good for
everybody
Did you do
wants,
any microtransactions?
as I
for it?
say,
I did.
everybody wants those extra egg incubators.
yeah.
Telling
Let me
you.
tell you, dog.
You don't even know.
I'm trying to get incubated.
Oh my
Bruh.
god! And on that note,
Yeah, let's get at it.
on that
here.
bombshell.
That might not be a bad idea.
All right.
It was lovely to have you guys back, though. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait for the rest of the
happy to be
semester.
back.
Thanks for having us.
It's going to be
back.
such a great
I
semester
love
with
everybody
you guys.
who's listening. I love you. You're wonderful. Thank you
Yeah,
for
give me
listening.
smoochies.
Aw. All right.
That was
On that
really
note,
weird.
Cut me out. Cut me out. Cut me out.
Smoochies.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi there. Shay.
Hello, I'm Lanshay.
I'm Alex. I'm back, guys.
I am Jack. I am too back, even though, this is my first time this semester.
True. And I am Chris. I think I know me. That's what matters, right? I don't even have to unmute mic 5 right now. I'm very happy with that.
Ooh.
Sounds very good.
So I think I'm going to change the Twitter icon now, because I have the power.
Fun.
I have.
So let's talk
I might
video
have just
games.
Yeah, I like talking video games.
Absolutely.
Is there anything specific you guys want to talk about?
Destiny Taken King.
Are we jumping right into that?
Rise of Iron.
All right.
Unless you want to save it.
That's up to you guys, I guess.
If you have something to say, just
As I
go
say,
on
get
ahead.
it out now, boy.
The graphics.
Lucky.
The graphics are actually next-gen cutscene graphics, and it's amazing.
From what I've seen, you're not wrong.
And the story, it's short. All right, I'm going to say it's short,
Alex.
but it's actually pretty good.
Randomly get a tweet from Alex about his Instagram.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I got to say, though, the armor, if you saw the trailer for it, it looks like it gives off like a Dark Souls vibe, and I think that's really cool. Like, I'm not sure if there's any relics that you need in the game, but you could also make your armor flammable. Or just always on fire.
Why
Can
would
make
you
it
want
flammable?
Because it's cool!
It's aesthetic. Aesthetic.
Aesthetic, you're right.
I don't know.
The raid came out today.
I've always loved the Iron Banner in Destiny, so like a whole like expansion based on like Iron Lords and everything about like what is the word I'm looking for? The Iron Banner.
There you go.
I'm just happy.
Lord
And I'm
Saladin.
smiling. Salatos, yeah. Lord
Literally.
Salatos. And more Kinderguardians are coming in, so I think that's pretty cool.
See, the thing is with Destiny, it's like that love-hate relationship. My group of friends are absolutely despising it, which is fair. Like,
fair enough.
What sucks about it is, like, okay, I understand. I get really sick of the game, but then a new expansion comes out, and I'm like, all right. And I'll watch it a little bit, and I'm like, I want to buy it.
You see,
Because I love the story as poorly as it is put together. The game's really fun. I really like the PvE. I can't stand the PvP. But, like,
too.
it gets so repetitive
Isn't
is the
story,
issue.
like, very minimalistic?
Because apparently, from what we know of, they had this huge fleshed out storyline, and then it all got scrapped, and so we have like what's left, and then the majority of the storyline that they've had since then is like you find it online. Like stuff you find in game will help tell you it, but you have to look it up online.
Still,
which
I
is
think
like I don't want to put in that extra effort for my video game. Sorry.
you see, the thing is though, I already had the Bungie app, so it wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah,
and I don't mind
used
doing
to
it.
actually.
And the thing is though, even though despite all the hate Destiny may get, I still find the good in it. You know?
Dude, you would you would be very welcome in the Destiny subreddit, because the Destiny the game subreddit, those people are diehards on this game. It is insane.
I mean, my buddy Jordan, he is obsessed with it. He loves it. He put more hours into that game than I probably put into Star Fox 64, and that's a bold statement.
Oh my goodness, Star Fox 64.
Still want a tattoo of it.
So yeah, then I heard that the raid came out today or yesterday. I think it's today, right?
I think so. I'm
pretty sure it was today.
I'm still not high enough for that. I'm only...
Yeah, that's what
still
really intrigued me. How long has the expansion been out? Like 2-3 days?
I'd say...
It's been a couple days max.
It came out this Tuesday.
Yeah, so like the point is it's been out like, 3 days, and then suddenly, hey, here's the highest level content we can put out to you so far. Have fun. Nobody's ready.
Yeah, we
It's
weren't
actually,
ready.
like, beyond what most players are ready for.
Because, like, the thing with Destiny is you play until you hit level cap, and then from there you get stronger based on light level. So, like, all the gear that randomly drops, if it's stronger than what you have, your light level raises, and suddenly you're a little bit stronger. So it's all up to RNG, and unless you're, like, really willing to work with it, get really lucky, or just play a ton, you aren't going to be leveled up like that fast. So people would be like rushing, hoping they get really good gear randomly, and they're going to be trying to do this at a light level that's just going to punish them for trying, which is very prominent in Destiny.
Also,
if you're not ready, you get punished hardcore in that game.
Yeah. I mean, I got my nice black Galahorn from pre-ordering.
Oh yeah, the Iron Galahorn.
I think it's really nice looking. I
It
think
looks
they
really cool.
really did a great job with that.
So
I like it better when it's black.
As I was going through like all the topics today, I was like, I randomly just typed down like what would games we want to buy or DLC or whatever, and then I decided to myself, if they decide to drop the price of Destiny DLC, Rise of Iron, which they will eventually, but by the time it happens, it'll probably be
When
long dead.
The next expansion is like announced.
They do it after like a couple months of it being out, they always drop it like a little bit just for people to buy it. I told myself if it's dropped like $5 plus, I'll potentially get it.
Or
otherwise, I'm not really willing to drop $30 on it because
What is the price now?
$30.
30.
Yeah, $30 for 1 raid, 2 strikes, I think, and then a couple story missions.
Yeah.
And then always the new guns and whatnot. It looks cool, but I don't think it's going to be worth $30 after having spent $40 on Taken King. I've realized that it's not worth the cost.
There's all the guarantee in the world that it's going to drop by holiday season.
It will. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm willing to be patient enough for that, because by that point, I'll be like, I'm willing to work with it.
I think we missed a bit of summer, actually.
Did we?
You guys want to scream about No Man's Sky real quick?
Okay.
He's got the PlayStation. Hit it up, boy.
All right.
He's ready. And
Let's hear it. Go on.
if you're going to get a little bit closer to the mic, my friend.
All right, I'm going to come closer because I'm going
Good
to be...
choice.
This is called the No Man's Sky Rant.
I'm so sorry.
Trademarked. All right.
I'm so sorry.
I made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
I
we
really
all?
made a horrible mistake. I dropped a paycheck of... It was not my whole paycheck, just some of it.
Yeah.
$60 to pay for this thing
I say, what do you want
called
to call it?
No Man's
Incomplete?
Sky. You see,
The tech demo.
Broken promises? Incomplete?
and I could tell you right now that this was the biggest waste of money I've ever spent in my entire life.
That's a bold statement, my friend.
I can't joke around. You see, the game... Here's how No Man's Sky is. You go in. All right, this is interesting. This is a little new. All right, I fixed my ship. Let's go into the galaxy. Oh, look, another planet. Oh, okay. It looks like the same like the other planet. Oh, I can name it. I'm just going to name it Balls. All right, let's go to the next planet. Wait, this is the game. And then that's when and that was in the course of like 30 minutes. And so...
Don't they replace everything that you name? Like, it just gets deleted after, like, a little bit of time?
I don't know.
I heard about that, and I was like, that would just piss
You
me
see,
off so much.
I'm not mad that the game is boring. I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad at is that Hello Games lied to our faces. During E3 last year, they put out this trailer that looked like there was this whole space conquest, that there was 2 sides to this war, that you are just going to split off into another direction and join one of the sides. That was all but a dream.
See, what's
A
interesting
physical dream.
is, like, I watched a video, and this dude went through and he, like, got footage of the trailers and whatnot, and he pointed out specifically they never bothered to mention a survival aspect in the game at all.
Never.
And that went over everyone's head. So we're like, oh, that looks like a really fun exploration game. And then suddenly you buy it, and it's like, oh, yeah, so there's temperatures that'll kill you. You have to farm for everything to make your spaceship move and get all the... you have to go from, stages to get to go actually outside of said galaxy. There's a lot more to it that they didn't bother to show, which, I mean, trailers are very misleading, and they do it damn well. It doesn't matter who's doing it. Everybody's really good at that, and that's what triggers me the most, is they can casually find a way to just format this trailer in a way that entirely ignores one aspect of the game, and it comes out, and you're, blindsided by it, I didn't buy that part of this game.
Not to
it's
mention...
like DLC I didn't want it.
It's actually worse than misleading movie trailers.
Oh, yeah.
What I experienced was, I got into the game, I loved it for 15 minutes, and then I was like, wait, this
That's
is
a record.
Minecraft. This is Minecraft with a really, really dope space model.
Yes.
And also not to mention that you have no inventory whatsoever. And the only way you could get better inventory is not by upgrading your suit. Well, actually, no, you upgrade your suit, but they're so rare to find suit upgrades. And also, not to mention that the only way you could get even more storage is by buying a new ship. And the only way you could buy a new ship is by talking to the Gek or the other 2 species I never cared about.
From what I saw, they're really expensive, by the way.
What's also really funny is that they messed up real bad from opening. I think it was pre-release. If you bought the game before it was actually out, I don't know what that's called. I forget. There you go. Pre-order.
Yeah, that word.
There was a pre-order bonus where you get a ship from Jump.
Yeah, there was a specific
better.
ship you'd get.
And
it's not much better.
And because if you get that ship and you use it as soon as you start the game up, which is what you would think it was intended for, you can't use the warp function in the game, which breaks it, and you can't go anywhere. And you have to start over and use your standard ship until you can get the warp drive. And it's kind of really, really dumb, and I hated it.
That sounds broken.
Game design.
Broken,
Wow, that was a really sad story.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it because I was like, well, obviously I'm not getting it because Xbox, nobody likes us. I honestly was like, this is really cool. Not worth $60.
Nah, it's not.
Not
I
worth
tried
60.
watching a bit of gameplay of it, and
It's a really specific type of game. If you're not into that kind of genre, you're going to stare at it like this is the most boring thing I've ever watched.
Also, 2 guys on a Twitch stream proved that you can't even see each other.
Yes, on the first day.
Yeah.
They proved it. There's this like system in some multiplayer games called instances. So like you'll load in and you're in a different instance than somebody else. So you can be in the exact same spot, literally throwing rocks on the ground. You won't see it because you're in a separate instance in the exact same location. Kind of like, for lack of a better way of thinking about it, like a multiverse theory kind of a thing.
Physics, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. So these 2 guys, on the first day of release of this game, were streaming, and they found the same exact spot. They're like, we're not here. And No Man's Sky, like the Twitter, or like the dude, I think, who was the head of the project or whatever, even pointed it out. He was like, man, somebody did it on the first day. And I was just sitting there like, you gotta be pissing off so many people right now.
That's lazy.
They found each other. No, they didn't. Like, oh, choose your words wisely, my friend.
Yeah, and just... They even had an interview, and the guy was like... Someone was asking, is there multiplayer? And the guy was like, nah. And he's like answering it with like a happy face. I'm just like, why are you so happy about this?
What's multiplayer?
What are you proud of? Are you just proud of just taking money from our pockets? That's called theft. You know what? No. Hello
Now you
Games,
opted
they
in.
have stole my money. They've stolen
Let's
my
not
money.
declare that on the show. I'm associated with this now.
I hope so. I hope that I donated that money to a good cause.
All right, before we lose any more viewers, let's move on. Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't even think about that, though, and it was definitely worthy of speaking about for a few minutes before I got too triggered. So,
I'm triggered that you didn't talk about Overwatch.
I mean, we still can, but I'd rather save that till the end just in case, because we have stuff to talk about,
Fair
surprisingly.
enough. Fair enough. What's
I
next
turned
on
that
our
up
list?
a little bit too much.
Excuse me.
This is Ezio's Family's theme from Assassin's Creed 2. It is such a chill song, I swear. I love it. All right, so we left off talking about Pokemon Go, so we should talk a little bit of Pokemon before we go on. I'm going to save Sun and Moon till the end. So we're going to start with Generations. Happy Mask over here, look at
dog.
you.
The 3rd episode just
I
came out.
watched all 3 right before I walked into the studio today.
It's what I didn't realize when they aired the trailer was that, like, I understood the artwork was the same as Pokemon Origins, but it's actually in the same universe.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, is so cool because Origins was all I wanted in Pokemon.
Origins was amazing.
All I wanted Ash to be was red in Pokemon Origins, and the artwork was amazing. I love it so much.
It was beautiful.
Generations is so good, and I'm just a bit upset that they're a little short, but honestly, it does not even feel like that when you're watching it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I can agree. Because I was,
so
like
much.
I said, right before I left to come to like the Black Square Radio office, I was sitting in the lobby of Olsen, and I started watching all 3 of them real quick, and I was like, oh wow, they're only like 3 minutes. And then I got to episode 3, and it was like, oh, it's like 4 minutes or so. I was sitting there, I felt like 10 minutes passed by, because like, they did a lot in one episode. Like, they really glance over stuff. They just go through it real quick, because they skip through a lot, and it's... I don't want to spoil episode 3, but it's like, point is, it's Pokemon League.
Episode 3
I'll say that much.
So good.
It's Pokemon League.
What's television?
For real, we have
3 was
YouTube.
amazing to me. I don't
So
know
yeah,
why.
episode 3 is like Pokemon League, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's not exactly what you expect too.
Exactly.
Which is, they did that excellently, by the way. So I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, and then they just fly through all the battles because they don't really show much of it, which is fair. You don't have to.
Right.
That's
It's
yeah,
actually-
because we already know how it turns out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's actually the same as Origins, but
got
in the way that they can do it without having to make it 30 minutes long.
Which is fair. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer that, but
Of course.
that's fine.
No.
That's fine. I
More
mean,
content.
I didn't want it anyway.
You need to. It's
I mean,
so good.
the fact that we're getting this at all, I can't complain.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that they did this is really, really cool to me.
That's the weird thing. Is like, Pokemon Company, like you mentioned earlier, they really know how to make money, and they do it in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're just, you know what, Pokemon Origins, why not?
Literally what they do, they come out with their thing like, hey,
Where?
you're going to like this,
Yeah.
but tell me what else you would like. And I'm like,
Honestly.
all right, this is enough. We can
We
do
want
this.
Harambe as a Pokemon?
Harambe.
They did as close as they could in the weirdest way. It was oh god. Yeah, it was, those 3 episodes are actually really cool. I liked how they did it, especially the second episode. That was like That's weird.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Arcanine casually melts through a wall.
I know.
Physics, boy? Like, what?
Ain't no walls. This is Pokemon,
I haven't watched
dog.
them yet, so I have nothing much
need
to
to.
say.
So, yeah, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
looking
So
for
good.
Pokemon Generations, right now the first 3 episodes are out. One new one every Friday.
On YouTube.
Really cool. Just on the
Yeah, they're
Pokemon
literally free
YouTube
on
channel.
YouTube, which is amazing. Too.
Oh,
Which
that's
is,
sick.
it's really cool. Animation's really beautiful. They're not
Are
very
they-
long at all.
Are they showing them on the Pokemon TV app?
I have no idea, but probably. If
would
they
say
aren't now,
probably
they will
so.
eventually.
I would assume so as well.
I
but
would
I'm just-
assume, yeah.
I just want to throw out that Pokemon TV is really good to me. They reminded me today that Pokemon, the first movie, is still there.
Yes, it is.
I'm a fan. Anyway,
A quick one, doesn't really require much discussion. Pokemon Company CEO confirmed that Pokemon games are coming to NX.
yes,
Wink.
Yeah.
Wink.
yes.
Wink. I want me another Coliseum. I want me another Coliseum,
Same.
boy.
I want actual Coliseum and not Battle Revolution. No,
Battle
wait,
Revolution?
though.
Let's
Okay,
not.
Wait though, I will say
Pokemon Snap.
I loved Battle. Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Next
part of
week. It's
Pokemon Sun and
later.
Moon
It's
stuff.
later.
Don't worry.
But Battle Revolution, I loved just because I love the whole
looked so
animation.
cool.
Yeah, I love the whole animation style behind Coliseum. I wish there was story and like a good story,
Yeah, but
but
no.
what they gave us is enough.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, I can't complain. The fact that we get anything on consoles is good enough, I guess.
Exactly.
Obviously, I'm gonna want more, but like, it still looks cool.
Since NX is already a handheld console,
Yeah,
so
Air quotes.
I'm assuming.
yeah. Air quotes.
They're
We
gonna
don't
make-
get to know, but we know. but
everything
we
is
know.
linked.
Dude, I cannot wait.
There's an entire wall in Nintendo's side of the building where all this information is just flowing
It's
out.
literally just a vault, and there's a
Honestly.
little rat in the middle of the vault. Like this is mine now.
It's like if you remember the old Charlotte's Web, the old one, not the new one, where they get the rat and he just goes through them and like grab random newspaper clippings.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, we're hiding all this
literally what it
information
is.
in here, and then he just casually walks in, grabs it, and leaves,
Literally
just
what
for
it is.
Charlotte to put up for the world to see on the
Yeah.
World Wide Web. Boom.
Boom.
All right,
Of course.
so that's good. Moving on. Pokemon Sun and Moon, boy. I'm ready.
Where do we even start?
Yeah. There's a whole
We can
lot.
start with release date.
Release date November. Is it 18th? It's in my calendar.
18th.
18th, I
Yeah.
think.
Dude, I'm so hyped.
11.
November
Same.
18th. It's so soon. I love what they're doing. They're going the whole Apple route, something new every single year. I'm a fan. I love it. It's gonna be great. People don't like it. I don't understand why people don't like it.
I don't
Okay.
either.
You don't like it, or
I
you don't
un-
understand?
I
No,
don't
he
understand
understands.
why people don't like it.
You don't understand what part that people don't like? The fact that
People
they're
don't like
giving us
the
so
game.
much? Oh, the game?
What
How
they've
can you
seen
judge
so
a game
far.
before it comes out?
Right.
Right.
Like, yes,
They
I can understand if you do or don't like it. You can absolutely say that. I can
Right.
watch a video on a game and be like, I will love this game, and that's how I get half the games I watch. But you can't sit there and be like, this game's going to be terrible watching from trailers.
Yeah.
They're obviously not
They don't
showing you
like what they've
everything.
seen so
Cough, cough.
far.
No Man's Sky. But, like, from what I've seen, I mean, I don't like that they're showing us so much. Because
Yeah,
I feel like they're
that's
showing
really
us
odd
like
to
the
me.
majority of the game, but who knows? It's
That's-
Pokemon. They
that's-
could have a lot more to it that
Yeah,
we don't
they're
know.
probably gonna
Fine,
have a
actually.
whole
Extra
lot
region?
of
Question mark?
No.
I know.
That's-
I
that's
wish.
the
A man
thing
could
about the
dream.
NX
Okay.
game.
I started with Gen 2. Let me dream.
What? But I will say what people don't like is that they're changing so much.
Yeah, they are.
They're changing a lot of game dynamics, and it's a lot of popular game dynamics.
They're changing a lot of game dynamics. Fairy type?
Fair question.
That might have
Anyway.
to quote the two characters from the game. It flipped type matchups on its head.
Yeah.
All right.
But more so than Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail was an addition.
Yeah.
They're literally changing things.
it was a good addition.
Supposedly,
Broke the
rumors
game.
and whatnot.
Good addition.
Gyms are gone, which was really terrifying when I first saw that. But the way that
But
they're doing
it in a good way.
I'm kind of right. Exactly,
I like
they're doing
it.
it in a good way.
It's unique.
I
I approve. You heard it here
rumors,
first.
rumors, Mega Evolution is gone. Not confirmed yet.
So
There's still hope. It's fine.
I mean, the way
Pretty
somebody.
sure it's staying.
Yeah, I really hope it is because I feel like it'd be hard to get rid of it. Then there's speculation that like, oh, Dexio and I always forget her name, the other chick from
Senna?
Gens,
Maybe I think it's Senna.
something close to that.
I can find it right
Senna's a
now.
name from another game, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, those two. There's screenshots of them already in the game, and they both still have their Mega bracelets on because it's not the
Yeah.
same thing as Z-Ring, and people are like,
Except you can't
Yeah.
see that it's an actual Mega.
that's
Mega
true.
ring.
You don't get
can
to
just
see a
that they
stone in
have
it
the
or all. They
bracelets.
just have a bracelet on. Then there's the fact that, like, well, they are from Kalos. Who knows? Maybe it's just an accessory to them, and they're just going to wear it around. That's also a nice thing. And then somebody was like, well, if they are keeping Mega Evolution, who's to say they're just not going to save it until last?
Right.
They could reveal it, like, right before the game comes out. And
What-
people would be like,
The thing about that though is like if they're gonna
I
do
would.
that, they're literally gonna announce, hey, we got Mega Evolution. By the way, here's 30 new Mega Evolutions to go with it, and that's not gonna work out.
yeah, I don't think there's going to be that many. I think it'll be I'm trying to think how many there's going to be. Yeah, obviously,
great.
but like,
I'll take all of them.
I'm trying to think how many did they add for Oros? Not that many. There was like
It was
10
about
or so.
Yeah, it was about 10.
Like around a dozen-ish. I think they'd do that again.
I would
Forever
assume-
crossing my fingers for Gen 2 starter megas. We've been over this a million times.
Yeah,
I say it like
yeah.
every day now. Because like
Ready for
out of
it.
all the starters, all three of them, Gen 2
lied.
starters are a single type.
There's a whole 20 Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Mega
Oh
evolutions.
my
by the
gosh,
way.
that's a lot. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that many. Because you only see like a few of them.
That's true.
Let's be real. But yeah, like Gen 2 starters, they're all monotyped at their final evolution, which is very uncommon actually. And then as I always say, as I've said the last couple weeks, Meganium, the poor thing deserves so much love.
Meganium.
Mega
Mega.
Meganium, boy.
Mega.
I cannot wait if that would ever become a thing.
I
And
still
I'm a
have my
cynical
Wendy.
man through and through. I would love to see a Mega Meganium. That would be amazing. Seeing what they did with Venusaur? Oh. All
I
right.
love Mega Venusaur.
The Mega
Fat.
Venusaur is a monster.
Competitive? Let's go.
Dude. Oh.
Back to Sun and Moon, though.
Yeah, sorry.
Some of the new features.
They showed so much.
I know, so much. New features, Alolan Forms. Alolan Forms were so dumb to me when I first saw it.
Alolan form.
You dislike
Executor?
I did not dislike the the
concept.
Pokemon themselves. I disliked the concept. I did because
That's fair.
when you look at Alolan Ninetales, it's literally a new Pokemon.
Yeah,
They're
honestly.
going to have to give it a new move type. It's probably going to have different stats. The way it evolves is going to be different because it's not a Fire Stone anymore. It's not a Fire type.
Mhm.
But then I saw things like Alolan Meowth. I saw Alolan Raichu, which I'm in love with. People don't like, but I'm in love with.
See, the thing is, like, when it comes to Alolan forms, I really hope that there's some way to keep, like, the regular form of them, specifically for stuff like Raichu, because I love my big bad Raichu. Because, like, Alolan Raichu is cute as hell.
Yeah.
And I want my big bad Raichu back, dude. I don't care about the Psychic typing, which is really cool, by the way.
I
I'm
love
not
the
sitting
Psychic
here like
typing. Yeah,
I'm not
ready
sitting
for
here
it.
like that's stupid. I'm sitting here like I just prefer the original version.
Yeah.
I really want to be able to still get that without having to trade one up. That's the only way. That's the only thing
So,
I have wrong with it.
The thing
Long.
about
Full way to put it.
keeping original forms, there's thing with Pokebank. You can share
Yeah.
stuff through Pokebank. That's the thing.
You
but
have
it's
to
really
pay.
the way they're doing with
It's
Sun and
like
Moon is
a couple
really
bucks.
weird and convoluted, and I don't want to get into it. But also, there's rumors you can go to the southern half of Kalos because we never saw that.
That's
And
true.
We know it exists.
Oh,
Exactly, which would be really really dope considering we only have 5 islands to explore in Alola.
That would probably be where they put like the end game stuff.
Right.
They'd be like, "Oh, hey, here's a Battle Frontier."
That would be when they introduced Mega Evolution.
Sorry, that was a bit loud. My bad. Yeah,
Fairy
but
Fountain can't go wrong.
yeah, true. The remixes are always good. Because first semester of the show, every single week I had to find a Legend of Zelda remix, which was the hardest thing in the world. Because you exhaust all the good ones really quick. I have another one queued up, I think, at some point. But, let's see, Alolan Executor. That's a fun thing. It's Grass Dragon,
It
taking
exists.
a page from our Mega
I'm
Septile.
ready for it to be a
It
giraffe
exists.
and just fight with its neck.
They've
It exists.
already shown off at using Woodhammer, and it literally
it
just
literally-
leans over.
It's so good.
I already saw that, and I saw the screenshot of it, and I saw it compared to Ed, Edd n Eddy, where
Yeah,
Ralph wears
yeah,
the hat
yeah.
with the giant
It's
hammer on
so
it.
good.
It's so good. People are so clever on the internet. I love and hate the
Yo,
internet at the same time.
Alolan Marowak
Dude,
is the GOAT.
that thing is gonna be probably
I'm
my
such
go-to.
a fan. It looks so good.
See, what's funny is, like, as time goes by, people will mention Pokemon and suddenly it just randomly jogs my mind.
Yeah.
First time I ever played through Crystal, I think it was like 7 or 8, so I don't remember that team very well. The 3 I always remember: Typhlosion, level
Yup.
100, Poliwrath, level 88, Umbreon, level 77, I think, 77, 78, and then that data got corrupted. And then they introduced Alolan Marowak. I was like, bruh, I had a Marowak on that team.
Yeah.
So I remembered 4 of them finally. So I'm like, I'm getting Alolan Marowak. It's happening.
And what's
It
also
has-
amazing is its typing is Ghost Fire.
It looks
Which-
so cool.
Which is amazing because of all the lore behind Marowak and
Gen
Lavender Town.
1.
I'm so excited.
The way that the bone looks, because
Yes,
they've
the
got the
bone.
flame
And
on the
they,
end.
They found their way
Boom.
to introduce Hawaiian culture into
They
it.
did an excellent
It's
job.
so good.
So, yeah, can't
That's
wait.
interesting.
That
Another
thing
new mechanic.
gets me so
Probably
hyped. I will show you a photo.
the most hype
All right.
new mechanic
It
for
looks
Sun
so
and Moon. Or I don't know about hype, but most game changing.
Which one?
Probably not competitive because it's going to be trash.
Yeah, you
competitive,
gotta
but
say what you
Z-moves?
go.
I think Z-moves,
Z-moves.
yup.
I was like, what are you talking
Z-moves.
about?
Yup, Z-moves.
Doesn't that look awesome? Cash
Zach's
stares
face right now is
intensely.
fantastic.
I just realized you can see
That is
Meowth.
fantastic.
You can see Meowth over here. The
Oh.
new Meowth.
That's the new Meow.
Let's not. Which,
Wait, what
I didn't even
starters?
think about that.
What stars are
I
you
will
guys
show you the
getting?
stars real quick.
I'm
Go
getting
on,
Rob.
go on for Z-moves.
Z-moves, right. Z-moves, they're a gimmick. They're
absolutely
what Mega Evolution would have been if Mega Evolution did not become competitive.
Litten.
I want Litten so bad.
I'm so excited for Z moves just because some of them look cool. Like Snorlax's Z move is fantastic.
Pulverizing pancake.
It's literally like a body slam plus a Rasengan from Naruto Storm 4.
It's the definition
I
of
love
get
it.
woke.
Exactly, get woke. You know it.
I mean,
so good.
Catastrophica.
It's
literally like,
do
this cute, yeah, literally yeet,
throws him into the air. He's like, all right, I'm coming back.
You can't even start there. Casually does this synchronized dance.
Exactly.
Get over here, Pikachu. Whips it through the air.
Exactly.
Literally a volt tackle.
Eevee's a Power Ranger now.
Yeah, for real.
Eevee's a Power Ranger. I love that.
What's funny is there's still no reason to keep Eevee.
No.
Its stats are like there.
Yeah.
I want to see Power Ranger Eevee.
Dude,
it's so good.
I can show you the video real
yeah,
quick.
you
It's
have
like,
to see
oh, cool. It gets this super special Z move where it pulls out. Like, they show all the other
so
evolutions,
cool.
and they all, like, give it a stat boost. And so, like,
It's
a bunch
times
of its
2
stat...
stat boost for everything.
Yeah,
It's
which is
ancient power
awesome.
times 2, but guaranteed.
Literally, for, like, every stat.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whoa, it's still Eevee.
Yeah,
so
it's
its
still-
stats
it's still
go from,
kinda-
like,
kinda-
just above the ground to, like, you
A
know,
regular
maybe...
evolution.
Yeah, I was going to say, it goes from, like, just off the ground to, like, you know, maybe half a foot off the ground.
Right.
Like, it's there, I guess. It's cool. I've already seen some people like, oh, so we're just going to do that and immediately baton pass out and give the stats to something else.
Baton
Like,
pass is the thing.
oh, no.
Another thing is Ultra Beast,
Oh,
which
yeah.
apparently aren't Pokemon, question
They
mark.
They are
They're
not.
angels.
Yeah.
Literally, so we're going to talk about how we
Vaporeon
have...
looks so fly in front, by the way, for the EVZ move. Sorry.
We have a... I'm pretty sure... What's her
Look
name?
at that
Lily?
face.
Yeah.
Lily's an Ultra Beast. I'm calling it now.
So there's already lots of speculation
All
that
these
the
evolutions.
let's see
The
the
one
the
girl.
one chick that you're
Yeah.
supposed to like hang out with that's a super like weirdo. She's
Lily.
gonna be one. That's
Dio's
okay.
son,
And then
too.
The
Dio's son as well.
there's
Gladius.
that blonde hair, because the thing is there's 3 like blonde people
Yeah.
that are like major and they've been shown off in the trailers. One's Lily, one's the Aether Foundation's leader, that chick, and then there's the dude who's
Edgelord
on Team
5000.
Skull who's got Type Null.
Yeah.
Which is
Type
really
Null
weird
looks
about it.
amazing.
We
My
gotta-
lord. I love
so
the
much
lore
to talk
behind
about.
it.
We're literally gonna take up the rest of the hour. I just realized we already like
Sun and
13,
Moon,
15
They
minutes
did
over
so
it.
much for it.
Taking commercial.
Well done.
Sorry, it's hard to do it. Extreme Evo Boost, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
It's so cute. But yeah, so it's already speculated that all 3 of them are gonna be the Ultra Beast because they look like them.
There's going to be at least one
Except for the dude. His looks nothing like him.
more. Well, that's not even his, I don't think, because when you look at it, it's UB1 and UB2.
There's
expansion
UB01.
and UB2
I thought they were
Beauty.
both 01.
No,
they're
the
02,
Lily
whatever.
Lily's is 01.
Yeah, but then the other 2 are
02
02.
are,
Okay, yeah. Beauty
expansion.
and expansion.
And which is really interesting to me
Ripped.
because it's a sun and moon thing. One's a sun, one's a moon.
Yeah.
So we
I'll
obviously
be
know
getting Beauty, boy.
that the Aether Foundation chick is going to be
Oh,
Beauty.
absolutely.
But expansion doesn't look like him, so I'm wondering if it's not his. Because I doubt there's going to be 2 Ultra Beasts in the entire game. That'll probably be the 3 legendaries that are in every generation.
What's funny is because you like if you watch the trailers, it's literally like, oh, you get to watch Beauty and Expansion both just whack right on the Tapu Koko. It's like, all right, that's fine. He doesn't need to live. But there's so much content, but we got to move on
So much
eventually.
content, you're right. It's
We'll end up talking about it every week.
We'll
I
just do it
promise
again.
you.
We'll just do it again next
If there's like one game that I will say will never disappoint me, it's Pokemon. Honestly, I've never had a Pokemon game disappoint me. And even though
agree.
like Gen
feel
4,
that.
every hated it, I still love the first venture through every single
For
one
me,
of
I
those
thought
games.
everyone hated
Never
Gen
disliked
5,
them.
And for me, it had the best story.
Yeah.
Gen
had such a
5
good
is
story.
so good.
Black and white.
Gen 3
We literally went over this the other day too.
Yeah, we already had this conversation.
It's fine.
I'll let you guys choose. We can play the Kingdom Hearts theme, the one that's like covered, or we can play the Smash Bros. Rap. Which one are we gonna do?
I'm feeling Smash Rap.
Okay.
Apex.
Yes.
I can do Smash.
Okay, we'll do that next then. So I still got to play Fredburger because I haven't done it at all yet. And then we'll go into that. I'm going to let this song finish. We still got another minute. Anything we can think about to talk specifically about Pokemon before then? We could talk starters real quick.
I'm getting Rowlet.
Yeah, Rowlet.
Litten.
Litten, that's fair. I always have to explain this to people. I go through the game as a group with my friends Matt and Sky. Sky, who does literally all the design for us because she's lit. And I picked the first Pokemon in Oras, which Mudkip, duh. So I was like, all right, I'll go last. for Gen 7. I also went last for Gen 6, and I didn't realize this until afterwards. So they picked theirs. I've got Poplio.
I'm so happy for you, Chris.
We all know I'm unhappy.
I'm
hoping it's a situation with Chessman, because I literally despised Chessman before I got it, and then this is the most lit starter I've had in a while.
I'll say Chessman.
I love Chessman now. He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Listen, Poplio's going to destroy everybody with his fairy typing.
Oh gosh, water.
Yeah. So
calling Azumarill.
Because the song's just about to finish. Azumarill was a beast. I love Azumarill. The one thing I'm really hoping, because it seems to be what everyone's speculating, is that we do have 2 different evolutions for the starters based on sun, when you evolve them day and night. And I really hope, sincerely hope, that it changes the looks. Poplio. Just gonna always say that because I'm not exactly happy with the cutesy siren. I mean, in the end, I'm gonna have to settle for it. And I'll probably find a way to make it work because fairy type's busted. But
we should reference what we're talking about. All this starter information is coming from a leak. Was it a Russian?
It was a Chinese leak.
Chinese, you're right. Chinese leak.
And the fun part is people are like, oh, that's cool. And there's a lot of merit to it because there's already a lot of confirmed leaks. But they were specifically artwork with the final Litten evolution that literally featured Ash. Malo. And another character who had not been shown in a trailer by that point. So, who knows? That being said, we are going to quickly go into commercial and then the song, and there was a call, and I feel bad. If you'd like to call back, we will talk to you and figure this out. They called back immediately, so that works. All right, we'll be right back.
For ages, making ancient confrontation crumble under another location. Delight within the flames, resolve amongst amazing players, dissolving salt in the water of concentration. Tracing, trashing, taking it back when people think it will fall off wind. Deleting all this sick of energy, it's exhilarating, I'll admit. Demonstrating techniques until we call it quits. And if you're squaring up against me, you know who the problem is. So if you wanna follow some twisted psychology, take no apologies, download this philosophy. Put in that work in order to demolish these people so that you can't reach where you ought to be. Apex, you gotta need a glory. You think you're gonna take my glory? Apex, you really think that you know me? 'Cause I'm here to take you down. Blood hysterically floods the air in the trees. I love to stare at these things. The monthly training proceeds. Crush your larynx piece and character beefs, escalating to a new level to relish and feed. Eloquently speaking questions of delicacy, delicately leading my pack to leverage the scene. I'ma tell it like it is, 'cause when I fell in this dream, I embellished several of opportunities that level me. So if you wanna follow some twisted psychology, take no apologies, download this philosophy. Put in that work in order to demolish these people so that you can reach where you ought to be. Apex, you gotta need a glory. You think you're gonna take my girl? Yeah, Apex, you really think that you know me? 'Cause I'm here to take you down. Techniques of polish the rhymeology, graduate mic sovereignty, rapping quickly like a magnet and disband the negative energy, synonymously moving forward. Let's progress the self-confidence, because the climate of the mindset can be detrimental. Any issue can tell us not to climb, that's insufficient. My intuition is in suspense when we break tradition, shaking up this exhibition so it is beneficial. So if you wanna follow some twisted psychology, take no apologies, download this philosophy. Put in that work in order to demolish these people so that you can reach where you want to be. Apex, you gotta need a glory. You think you're gonna take my girl? Apex, you really think that you know me? 'Cause I'm here to take you down. Apex, you gotta need a glory. You think you're gonna take my girl? Apex, you really think that you know me? 'Cause I'm here to take you down.
welcome back, ladies and gents.
Hola.
Wazah.
Is this going to be loud enough to hear? Because it's a Pokemon remix. Zinnia's theme remix.
Hey.
Yes. All right, so, I mean, I'm going to tweet this out, too, but to that awesome caller who
so dope.
still confuses all of us.
Yes, hello,
super
Mocha.
big shout out to you, yes, Mocha. Super big shout out to you. I've never felt so important. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
she
know how
was
other
so
way.
excited, and I
Like,
loved it.
No one else gets on the phone besides my dad and calls us and be like, "Oh my god, it's them!" Which shout out to my dad. Love you. He calls us so much. It's always the funniest thing because it'll be like a different name every time. Yeah, super big shout out to you. I was gonna ask if you'd like to be on air, and then you kind of hung up.
Yeah,
so I mean, we're gonna be on all semester. So if you'd ever like to, feel free to call again, or you can tweet us at Cast of Us Radio. I'd love to talk to you.
Or
You
follow
were
me on
super
Instagram
hype.
at Alex in the Darkroom.
True.
If you don't already.
If you don't already, yeah, because she asked specifically for you, sir.
Listen. I don't. I'm sorry.
You know too many people.
Don't. All right. So, as always, I always tweet out every song that we use. I've tweeted everything so far. I always date them, too. So, literally, if you ever were like willing to just scroll through our stuff, you can see every song we've ever played. All the background music stuff we played in the past, too. So, I mean, if you can identify it or want to know, just make sure it's known. Tweet us. So, we're moving on for Pokemon, finally, question mark. As much as we could literally talk about it forever. Like I said, we could stay in the studio for more hours if I was really feeling it, which I am, always. Michael Gallagher.
I almost yelled his name on air because it's a thing that I do. I was
Yeah,
going
I
to
feel
blow
that.
everyone's eardrums out.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so I guess we can just start going down this list, perhaps.
Sure.
All right, we already talked about South Park. South Park game got delayed until 2017. Sadness, because their names are always so clever. Battlefield 1, the first DLC map is going to be free for everyone. That's marketing
That's
right there.
hype.
That's
Exactly.
marketing. Do it. Everybody follow suit.
Then they're going to fall in love, and then they come out with Pack 2, and they're like, oh, I have to get it now.
Yeah, really. Bioshock Collection came out. Hype.
I want to get it, actually.
Dude,
I never
that game
played
looks so
Bioshock.
beautiful.
Are we going?
I've never played any of the Bioshock
Me
games.
neither.
And
I love
know
Bioshock.
too much about the games to actually get into it.
Yeah, same. Like
Too much spoilers.
Chris.
everything about Bioshock Infinite was spoiled for me, so I don't really have a motivation to play the game now.
Same.
And I'm a
Chris,
little sad about it.
just out of curiosity, is Injustice 2 on that list? Isn't that a thing? Is
What do you
Injustice the right word?
Injustice? You mean the fighting
Injustice.
game for DC
Yeah.
characters? Yeah, that's coming
Gods
out.
Among Us.
What do you
Did
mean?
we-
Like, what do you
Is
ask
that
me?
on the list? Are we going to talk about that?
Would you like to?
I mean,
We absolutely can.
we can.
I didn't see
I
any
wasn't
news
sure if that
about
was
it,
on the list or not.
honestly.
I just wanted to. Isn't that summer? That was summer.
I think so.
Maybe it was like
probably-
It came,
I think so.
It came out of the blue, and there was like 2 days of talking about it, and
Honestly.
then disappeared, and then there
'Cause
was more
it's
talk to
Injustice.
Suicide Squad.
It kind of just...
Honestly. But yeah, Bioshock Collection looks beautiful. I love the Bioshock games. If you've never been able to play it before, honestly, I'm pretty sure there's like little demos you can download on Xbox 360 and PS3 for the original game. I played that, and I was like, this is actually really cool.
Yeah, it was
It's always worth trying or watching, I'd say. Bioshock is a really unique game
I want to
series.
play it.
Do we want to talk Injustice now? Because honestly, I did not realize there's any news on it.
Does anyone else like?
I mean,
Injustice?
I
I'm not into
played.
fighting
I've never
games.
played
like that.
Injustice.
I'm sorry.
I
We don't
know
have to
some
talk
of the
about it. It's
story.
fine.
I mean, we can.
Basically, it was just like I'm really, really hype about NetherRealm. I love them. Mortal Kombat is everything to me. Not
It's a
everything. It's not Nintendo, but it looks so good. They're adding really, really dope characters. Like they're adding Supergirl, which is really dope. They're adding what is his name? The monkey, Harambe, with psychic powers.
well, always.
That's gonna be dope.
Wait. Are you joking or?
His name is not Harambe.
He's lightweight joking.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
low key joke. Okay, I see. I was gonna say if you're being for real here, I would have been so.
I'll look
happy.
up the current character roster right now.
Okay.
There's also I can't think of anyone's name, but the Red Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there.
I
That
know
looks
who you're talking
dope.
about, but I don't remember. Any
Yeah, like
I'm
like I
not
have
too big
everyone.
into DC, but I
I have
recognize
everyone.
most
I think it's
characters.
an A. I have everyone like in my head, and I can't think of any names, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, I saw a couple trailers of it. Honestly, I was like, okay, this looks super interesting. Harley Quinn was being added,
Harley Quinn's in there.
which is like literally insane. She's
I think
literally
she has
insane.
her
So,
I think she might have her.
I'm pretty
Suicide
sure
Squad.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be an outfit if it's not already. So, sorry, I'm trying to grab a bunch more background
Yeah,
music that we're
Deadshot
not
is
even
also
going
in
to need.
there. Deadshot looks
yes,
really good. He has the combos.
he
though.
looked really cool. Actually, I'll be honest. From what I saw, I was like, that looks lit.
Yeah. Blue Beetle is there.
I always loved Blue Beetle as a kid.
Is he really making it?
He is. Yes,
he
my
did.
boy.
Now I will
boy
forever
Jaime
have my
Reyes.
fingers crossed that Static Shock gets in there.
Listen, I would die.
They canceled this comic series.
I know.
They
Sad.
re-brought it back, I think last year or 2 years ago, and then they got through a few issues and just canceled it. It was like,
Yeah, I know.
bruh? How do you just do that?
The Red Lantern's name is Atrocitus.
Okay.
And Gorilla Grodd, that's his name. That's Harambe. And then, yeah.
He was in the Teen Titans, which
new
is exactly why I
characters.
recognize who you were
But
talking about.
For me, the game looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about it.
I mean-
I love the first Injustice. It was weird to me. It wasn't
Interesting.
as hype as any other Mortal Kombat game, but I still really, really liked it, and I don't know why there wasn't more hype. But we can move on, because
Okay.
Injustice.
That's right. Gears of War 4 went gold.
yeah.
It went gold, so it's ready.
It did.
So ready for that.
And then they
game.
showed off that
Pretty
like
hype.
Old Man Marcus is going to be a multiplayer skin that you can get. I was like, bruh, you can't just do that to the man.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's going to be discussion. We're going to save that. Yeah, we got time, right? Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Ariandel DLC
Yes.
coming out
Delicious.
soon. Oh my
Yes.
lord!
Sounds
I could
delicious.
die in so many cool new ways.
Seriously
Insane,
wish that the
though.
other Jack would ever be on here when I'm talking Dark Souls, but it never happened.
Ever.
Salt, dude, I cannot wait. That looks so hot. Dark Souls always does DLC. Well, grammar. It looks really cool though, and it looks like it's going to have a lot more stuff story-wise, which is going to be great to see. Blizzard, like Blizzard Entertainment, makes all those awesome games. Like we all know and love Overwatch, right? Yeah.
Yes.
They're dropping
Yeah.
Battle.net, the name.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, "Excuse me, who do you think you are?" So Battle.net was always the name for their online service, and they're just dropping the name.
Yeah.
They're like, their reasoning was like, "Hey, back when we originally came up with that, which was, I think they did it for StarCraft or Diablo. I don't remember which of the two it was originally for. I have the original StarCraft, and I play it often. But they're like, well, multiplayer." Like online multiplayer portions to these games are really unheard of, so we're going to give it a title, Battle.net, and people are going to recognize us for it. It worked. But they're like, well, nowadays, multiplayer and online stuff in any game is extremely common, and we don't feel there's a need to kind of separate that. So we're just going to get rid of the name, and everyone's going to know it's going to be there. All the current infrastructure staying, they're just kind of dissolving the name and
Like,
pushing
wait,
it
we don't
away.
need this
So
anymore.
what do we call it now?
Overwatch.
Multiplayer.
Yeah. Multiplayer.
Dude, as soon as I saw that, and like I
Multi-watch.
read through like 2 sentences, I was like, I wonder if anyone's gonna buy Battle.net, like the term, like
Oh,
the name
I'm sure
online. I was like, I wonder how much that would go for right
I'm
now.
surprised
I'd
it wasn't
gladly
already
take
taken because whenever I looked at Battle.net,
Yes.
all I could ever think was Mega Man Battle Network.
Yes.
And like it was really confusing for me.
game.
I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get that 9 panels and jump
So,
and shoot.
yeah.
Even though he doesn't jump,
Jump
in
and
Battle
shoot,
Network.
man.
My
It's fine.
childhood back.
Exactly,
Lemons.
my childhood. And then it was like, oh wait, this is Overwatch. I'll just Discord orb everyone.
True.
It's fine.
But yeah, it would
Lit
Battle.net would have
Lit
turned 20 this November. So rip in pieces.
And
Sadness.
Undertale is a year old.
Yeah,
That sounds a
I
year
know,
old,
right?
dog.
Oh my.
I already played
My
a few
word.
songs from it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Rocket League is getting a new aquatic map in October, free for everyone. It resembles BioShock.
That
Rocket League
game
is still
always
doing
looks
so
fun.
well.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
always
it's really
looks
fun.
fun,
If you ever
but
want to play
it is
it,
very
talk
fun.
to
Have
me.
you guys
I've
played,
got it.
Have you guys played the hoops and hockey?
I love
Yeah, I
the.
did.
I actually really like the hockey one, but the hoops
yeah,
one make me a little sad.
The hockey seems pretty similar to soccer, but I love it. Like I love it still. Hoops is frustrating but fun. I
Hey,
love it.
Do you guys want to play some Lucio Ball?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
leave that alone,
I
Jack.
hated Lucio Ball.
It was
No one
interesting.
likes Lucio Ball.
All right.
It's only good to troll.
So yeah, it looked like
Exactly.
the map from what I saw really resembles BioShock, which is really cool. So that's coming out at the right time.
Speaking of maps, there's a new map for Overwatch. That's this.
Oh yeah, the one that I played nonstop because they had
Yeah.
a mode where you could play
Castle
it
Garden,
nonstop.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was cool. I
It's-
enjoyed
it
that map.
looks
That
really
was
good.
literally my favorite
Yeah,
map so far.
that game. That
I ran out of a subscription for PSN, so
I was gonna
We'll get
say,
it back.
I was gonna
Overwatch
say,
is
oh, it feels
fine.
like the most balanced map so far. That's a dirty lie. So the map is like really. I feel like the attackers had the advantage throughout the entire thing until the final point, right? And then because then I feel like you can literally as defense hunker down and just win. I've had so many defense matches where I will get immediately slammed through to the final point, and as soon as they pass through that gate, it never turns the corner. It never turns the first corner of 2. It never passes that point. It's so easy to defend, and I don't know why. It is the weirdest thing
I feel like
ever.
that's how castles work, though.
essentially. Yeah, but like I feel like breaching them is always the hardest part. She's got a radio show. I just realized that.
Yeah,
I recognize her.
She's in my physics class.
She is a nice human being.
She's all right.
All right, then.
No,
you know, I say they can hear this 8 seconds from now.
She's really dope.
Yeah, she seems really cool.
I love
I've never
her.
actually
I don't even know her
talked
name.
to her.
It's fine. I love you. I'll talk to you in physics. We'll be friends.
Alex,
Yeah.
relax.
Maybe.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm a good person, I promise.
I feel like with castles, I thought the whole point was like the walls are super high because then you keep people out. Once you get in, I always felt like it's super easy. There's like that one assassin that will always get in stereotypically, and then they just get what they want.
I feel like that map
right.
reminded everyone that Torbjorn was a character.
Yeah, I know.
You're right. I played him a lot on defense. There's like I
No
found
one-
2 specific spots where you can hunker his turret and just win.
Yeah.
It's a really cool map though, and we're all waiting on the new character.
Can
So
I just say that?
Are we gonna?
I have not seen anything on that character, so
are we
feel free to enlighten
We're
me.
gonna start
We
this
don't have much
this
time.
discussion now. Is this
We
a
don't have
thing?
much time. Go for it.
Are we gonna do this, Chris? Is this a thing?
Sombra?
Let's try and make it quickish.
All right.
Quickish.
So Overwatch is going to release a new character. We've known they're going to be releasing this new character since the game came out. We got a new character. It was not the character we were looking for.
Who are you looking for?
We're all moms now.
We're looking for Sombra. We got Farrah's mom, which is dope.
Yeah.
I love Anna so much.
Anna's great.
We're
unique.
looking for Sombra. Sombra does not like anyone, apparently. Sombra likes to play games. Sombra likes to trick people. Sombra likes to be a hacker and
Can't wait.
put everyone into a manic, depressive state.
My life?
Sure.
So how does she fight in battle if she's just a hacker? She's like,
Well,
hey,
we
she's gonna
don't
be an
know yet because
assassin.
we have not seen her.
Is she going to pull an Aiden Pierce?
I heard rumors that she'll probably have invis, and I was like, that's gonna
Yeah,
break
she
the
will
game.
probably have
It's
invis.
gonna break
That's
the
the
game.
thing.
Yeah.
It better be like StarCraft's invisibility, where like there's like the motion, like not motion blur. There's like a little flicker, and you can see the environment kind of move around them because the light's technically bending.
Yeah.
It's like noticeable enough if you have the eye for it. I'm like
Yeah.
that's fine by me because I know they'll try to reuse it because it's Blizzard.
So anyway, Sombra is.
Yes.
So Blizzard likes ARGs. Overwatch is an ARG, which is an alternate reality game. It's bringing the game into the real world by teasing us and making everyone look like fools. Sombra is a
My
character
life.
who has been leaked and teased by a bunch of hints in the game. And then when everyone became aware of her presence, Blizzard was like, all right, let's see what else you guys can find out. So they put a bunch of different encrypted codes and stuff into the game and in their social media to the point where literally people are breaking the code of the game to try and find things about this character. And Blizzard is doing such a good job in their hacking skills that it's infuriating. It's so maddening.
Literally
Are
Blizzard.
we going to talk about the website that she put up and was like, hey,
Go ahead, please.
No.
Enlighten the world.
So I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that after a certain point of people being aware of her existence, Blizzard put up a website under the name of Sombra and essentially was acting like they were loading something for the right time. And whenever BlizzCon is, around that time is when this loading is supposed to be
What is
finished.
that, October 23rd?
So it's just sitting here charging up for
Forever
what we don't
waiting.
even know. It could be a trailer for all we know. But that's like hopeful thinking.
It immediately just drops that day.
Yeah.
I wish. I mean, Blizzard's been known to do crazy stuff like that, so who knows? Oh my
But
god, we're
anyway,
already like
Sombra
done.
seems like a really good character. She's going to be a hacker, stealth type. We don't know what kind of offensive capabilities she have, but that's what's been rumored so far, that she'll be stealth. She'll be able to go invis. She'll hack things, whatever that means, and that's really dope. So I'm excited for her. I'm just maddened by her.
Casually
What do
stands
you think
across
she
the
would
way.
categorize as?
Barry barely sees Torbjorn's turret. It's mine
I think
now.
she'll be in the same line as Symmetra.
So like,
Oh, gosh.
support,
Yeah, I think she'll be some
Another
kind of
support. Interesting.
support builder.
We need
type?
more defense.
Blizzard is
like-
loving their support
Yeah.
because we didn't really have good ones. Like Symmetra is our I feel like all the support characters right now are
Mercy.
niche.
It's
They're
literally
very
all
niche
Mercy.
characters. You're right.
Lucille, though.
Mercy's the
Lucio's
most
dope,
played
but
hero
it's a
in the
niche
game.
character. Like Zenyatta's niche. Symmetra is super niche. You have
Because
to.
she's not much of a support.
You have to have a feel. Yeah,
She's
you have to have a
utility.
feel for it.
So yeah, Overwatch. We've literally got like technically we're supposed to be out 3 minutes before the end of the hour. So I'm gonna quickly try and burn through everything before this song ends. We got a minute 40. All right. I was
main
gonna say we
paper.
could talk Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but we don't have time. Point is, you can cook stuff, you can climb trees, you can make weapons, you can fight stuff. Legend of
Sword.
Zelda.
Battle axes.
It's gonna look so cool.
It's gonna be so great.
Next Assassin's Creed game is taking time to revolutionize the IP.
Another
I thought they
Assassin's
had
Creed
a
game.
plan for the finish of the entire series.
As if.
It
That's
needs
not
to
going to
be
make them
finished.
money.
You're right.
For Honor looks really cool. That's another Ubisoft title. What the heck?
Oh, the
Lights just casually went off. That's fine. We don't
A
need power, I
package has
guess.
arrived.
Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I was told to talk about that. It looks beautiful based off trailers.
I'm ready.
We don't have time. You can voice act for Mass Effect Andromeda. The contest still runs until the 28th, so you got 5 more days. There's a video on their YouTube. You literally just send in a specific clip to them, and they'll consider it, and you could be a voice actor, which would be so cool, and I'm probably going to do it in the next couple days. And then that's basically it, I guess. I was like, any games or DLC we all want? And I just listed the stuff that came off the top of my head. We don't need to. All right, moving on. We're done.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
How'd you guys like me? Am I cool?
Xenoblade
You're
Chronicles
I'm
X
here.
music in the background.
I'm not leaving,
I got you.
so
Such a great...
you can suck it up if you don't like me.
Oh, by the way, before I heard you guys talking on some hate about Reaper, all right, let me tell
Out
you,
of nowhere.
I am mad, all right? I'm mad at y'all.
Someone want
Okay.
to grab Reinhardt and throw this man into a wall?
No.
Yes.
I
wrong.
will easily counter that.
What's about how we all hate May?
I love
You
May.
right. If you play her, you love her. If you don't,
Yeah,
you
if
hate
play
her.
you love her.
But
If you
nobody
don't, you
talks
hate her.
about
I'm
how
in the
they
middle
should
ground.
hate Tracer, because I personally hate Tracer.
She's got 150 health. It's actually not that
Yeah,
difficult.
it's not.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
really annoying, but if you can like aim your thing for like 2 shots, you generally kill her.
Yeah.
Then you
My
have characters
favorite
like
is-
Zenyatta who can't
Lit
do
Yada?
anything to her. It's
Lit
fine.
Yada.
Lit Yada. If you guys see me on Pokemon Go, if I have a gym, my name is Lit Yada.
Yeah,
So shout
literally.
out to me.
Yes, but what I'm
Capturing
going to
y'all
say...
gyms.
What I'm going to say is, though, is that you may talk all this stuff about Reaper, but you know
May.
what? At least he's killable.
He is cool.
He's
you're
got
right.
what is it, 250 or 300 health as an assassin?
Yeah,
So
that's
annoying.
too much.
That's not killer.
The only
That's
thing
not able to kill.
the only argument I have is that his wrath is a little too long, and that should be a little nerfed.
ridiculous.
It's true.
It's pretty long. That's
It's
the one thing
fine.
I'll agree with.
Everything's fine.
But otherwise,
It's
that he's
fine.
my aesthetic, and I love him.
All right,
I love
we're
him.
gonna
All right,
wrap
Hank.
up. So Maxwell has time in the studio.
Goodbye, guys.
Buzz.
I'll miss you.
Welcome back,
And I'm gonna have to
everybody.
tilt this towards
Make
me as
sure
I
you
finish
follow
doing this.
me
That
on
was an
Instagram
echo.
at Alex in a dark room. I try
This
to
man
post
is still
daily.
talking.
If I don't, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep talking until Chris tells me to stop.
I'm okay with this.
He's okay with it, so
You don't.
I mean, tweet
You don't
me
have to.
at the Cast of Us because I don't use my own Twitter usually. But it's
Cast of
fine.
Us Radio.
Zer's
At
back.
Cast of Us Radio.
Guess who's back?
No,
Zer is
I'll
back.
plug something that's
He-
not
he's
actually mine.
He's at the tower.
Santa's back at the
Um,
tower.
No, you guys can text me if you have my number.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna put it
All right.
on air, but
Thank you all, guys. Thank you all so much for listening.
Right,
we'll be back
bye.
next Friday, 6 to 8 p.m.
Have
Thank
a
you
good
guys for
one.
joining us. I have gifts for you too as soon as we exit the
Leave
studio.
a like or comment. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
All right.